Okay, welcome, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between. I am Violet Hyena, and you are here with perfect timing, and I am here to do readings for people with perfect timing. Today is June 12th, 2026, and it is Friday. So, it's gonna be a good night. Let me just type in the chat here. Hi, Margaret, I see you. Welcome. Okay, will Paul still try to come back since I put him out? Alright, let's find out. I have my cards. Let's ask the cards. Let's ask the cards. Which deck would like to answer Margaret's question? Okay, it's gonna be King, which is 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. The Gator. Turn it off. And since I didn't get to turn in the paperwork today, will I do it next week? That's a very good question. I'll add that to the board. There we go. Let's see what we got. Will Paul still try to come back? Okay, Paul. Come back. And will Margaret get the paperwork next week? Very good. Okay, so will Paul still try to come back since Margaret put him out? No. And since Margaret didn't get to go turn in the paperwork today, will Margaret do it next week? Yes. Ooh, interesting. I'm going to look into the details of the cards a little closer. So, it's no for Paul coming back, and it's yes for getting the paperwork done next week. I find it interesting that these are both the guides of different suits, and they both have very beautiful wings, by the way. I just love that these two came up together. And Wands is for Paul, and Cups is for Margaret. And I feel like they both came up like they're flying in different directions. Like, he is not coming back, so he's flying in a different direction from you. And he's flying with action, and you're flying with emotions. So I just find that to be a very interesting detail from these cards. Alright, so I hope it helps you out, Margaret. Put this deck away. There we go. And then Margaret said, yes, it did. So I'll wait and see if you have any more questions. If not, I'll do some oracle readings. I'm hydrating here with a lovely cup of iced drink because it's really too hot today for tea. Just can't do the tea tonight. Too hot. Iced drink. Even at 8:15 in the morning, at night. Alright, I see your new question. We're gonna pick a new deck. Oh, that was a beautiful shuffle, and I'm not arguing with it. Number 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cat Tarot. Before shuffle, I'm gonna put that on the board. Will everything come in place now that Margaret let Paul go? Will everything come into place now that Margaret has let Paul go? Will everything come into place now that Paul has been let go? Alright, well, it says no. And this, I believe, is this the 4 of Cups? Alright, so I believe. Let me just make sure, because this deck is a little funny. And it has bowls as cups, but there's also treats, which could be coins. So I'm just double making sure this is the correct card. Let's see here. Cups. Four of Cups. Yes, it's the Four of Cups. Okay, so the answer was now that Margaret has let Paul go, it's the Four of Cups. And cups, the number 4 is usually very stabilizing. But the cat's looking in the dishes and finding that they're empty. And what this tells me is because cups are emotion, and the cat doesn't seem to have any water in the bowls, that you're gonna feel a little empty now that you've let Paul go. And that might be a bit jarring. You're probably gonna want to look around for things to fill your bowls besides Paul now that he's gone. Will everything fall into place now that Paul is gone? But yeah, that is what the cards are telling me. I hope that helps you out. And hello, Feria, how are you? And what does Spirit want Feria to know? Let's ask the cards. Let's see which deck wants to answer Feria. Which deck wants to answer Feria? What does Spirit want Feria to know? Which deck? That's a good one. Number 2, Robinwood Tarot. What does the universe want Feria to know? Sorry, what does Spirit want Feria to know? I gotta get that right. What does Spirit want Feria to know? Alright. Oh, okay. Well, I suppose that Spirit wants to give you a very big reading because a 15 card spread just popped up. So, we're going to do that for Feria. Let's put that over here. We're gonna figure this out. Table a little forward. See if we can fit this on the table. All right. So 1, 2, 3. The 1, 2, 3 is these cards reveal the. Well, let me draw all the cards, and then we'll go through which. We'll go through meanings. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We can't have a 5 and 15 cards read. So there we go. 12, and then 13, 14, 15. It's a lot. Alrighty, so we're gonna put these over here, back in the deck. Not together. Not together. Alright, let's have fun with this. I know, honey. That was just my phone. Put this here for now. Alright. I need the thing. I need the card. Here it is. I didn't put it far. Alright, so 1, 2, 3. These cards reveal the general situation and feeling for the problem or question. So we had the 10 of Wands, which is completing a very long action and creation and sometimes magical project. And then we have the 10 of Coins, which is the completion of a manifested project. So it usually has to do with health, wealth, and earth. So that's also completed. And then there is the 2 of Pentacles, which is balancing. And since both of these are completed, you're balancing 2 of these 2 things. You're doing it quite well. So the universe wants you to know that you are in a very good place. You are just balancing 2 completed projects. And now you're looking for more from the universe. Okay, number 4. 5 and 6, which are these cards. Turn them right side up. Again, reversals only count in yes or no predictions. We got 8 of Swords, which is being blinded and all tied up in your thoughts. And it's a pretty restricting feeling. These cards reveal the things you need to know but are not aware of. Those things you know but do not think are pertinent. So these are just things that exist that you really can't. But you don't think are pertinent. So you don't think that they reflect your situation. So this person is tied up, and then this is 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Coins, which is someone who is very well off and having a lot of manifested wealth and training. So very good in their field. And number 3 of Cups, which is usually socializing having a very good social circle. So even though there is a very good social circle and a very good platform financially, there is a burden of thoughts in this living situation. It feels like a living situation. Okay, and then we have here, I'll turn these over. And then these cards reveal those things you can choose to change or personality traits you want to keep or lose. So we have the 6 of coins, which is this is the one that is after 5 of coins, which is the resolution of number 5. So there's a lot of giving from this card. A rich giving to people who are asking for money. And then there's the 4 of Cups, which is someone pondering on these cups, but this person doesn't. It's the 4 of Cups. This person is feeling frustrated because there are these 3 cups, but he doesn't have everything together, and this one cup here is eluding him. Like, can't figure out what's bothering him, and it's behind him, and he just can't see it because he's focused on these 3 cups. But I feel like these two are related. Like there's there is the act of giving money, but then a feeling of it's not fulfilling. And then this is the 6 of Wands, which is a victory from 5 of Wands, which is conflict. And this was victory or finding a solution. Okay, so giving to those seeking, a feeling of unfulfillment, and then finding victory through action. And these cards reveal those things you can choose to change or personality traits you want to keep or lose. Alright, so if I'm to tie these cards together, it's more like to fulfill this need to figure things out. Money is being given as an action to fulfill something, but it's not quite hitting it. It's not quite fulfilling that need, that something is missing from what you need. And then 10. 10, 11, 12 is these cards reveal those things you need to be aware of but cannot change, such as the attitudes of others or new situations. So, 2 major arcana in this one, which is the devil, which is temptation, and not even trying to escape the temptation, but unwilling to let go of all of the material wealth to actually escape. So even though you could go and escape, you are tied up in all of this temptation and material wealth that you're not going to actually go. And even this one is this man is just always holding on to his coins. Like, these are my coins, I will not be letting them go for anything. And he does not look happy in the situation he is in. And I believe that in this little spread, it looks like the star is beyond, the hope is beyond escaping the material wealth. So if these feelings, if you're feeling miserable and having all of the things, and hope is letting go of the things that you have, then that makes sense. You're feeling unfulfilled with all the material wealth. And then this, and hope is beyond letting go of all the physical wealth. So just want to put that out there. And then the final outcome. The final outcome is just a lot, so wow. The Tower is a big upheaval in your life. Like, suddenly the foundations have shifted and everything is just going to be coming down. And then 8 is a fast action, which is going to be used to take care of the tower. And then you have the King of Wands, who is the master of all that action. And the king is taking care of this tower with all this action. So what does the universe want you to know? Oh, okay. Hold on. So, if the situation is that you are trying to balance this action with these actions with the monetary wealth, I feel it. like, it's on the tip of my tongue. It's just not, the words are formulating. Because I feel the connection here. Because all of these have a sense of, there is good material, like, all of this has, these have material and worldly wealth, but there's unhappiness in it. Like, just under the surface. Like, there's something missing. You're grabbing for something. And you're balancing all this. Like a king would. Like a master of all this action. So this all ties together. Because this tower does not seem that scary. Because if you are king of wands, like this suggests that you've completed a big wand journey. You are a king, and you shoot your shot when something falls apart. So I think the universe or spirit, if spirit wants you to know that you have all the resources to take care of things when the tower goes down. So I think the tower is something you are focusing on in this state. And I think the tower is something you're not perceiving in this state. And then the devil is the tower, but there is hope beyond the tower. And you're going to have the resources and the magic to take care of the tower for when it does happen. So be ready for something to be upheaved, and be ready to have the action to take care of it. I know you're having all these feelings that something is going on, and you're not crazy. You're not crazy. Something is going to go down, but you're going to be able to take care of it. And that is what Spirit wants you to know. Like, your feelings are valid. Something is going on, and it's going to go down. But it wants to reassure you that you have the power to take care of it all when it happens. So when it happens, just take the actions that you know to do to take care of it. Alright, so that is a lot. And that's really, I'm really happy to hear that for you, that everything's gonna work out, even though it's gonna be like something big. It's just gonna explode, but you're going to be able to take care of it. So everything is going to be okay, and I hope that helps you out in knowing that. Alright. So I'm going to put these back and give them a nice big shuffle, because that was a lot. That was a lot. That was fun. I hope that helps you out. It's a big message from spirits. Alright, and then I'm going to have a drink, and I'm going to get back to chat. Alright. I have my drink. Let's see what we got here. Oh, there's so much chat. Alright. Ooh, Okay, and then I've returned to the original question. So I'm going to read from there. Margaret says, okay. And Freya says, how are you, dear Sparkle? And I am okay. It is now the weekend. I get to rest. So it's very nice. And then Debbie says, hello, beautiful Rose. And Debbie says, can you please pull a card and tell me what the universe has to say about the rest of June? Thanks. Yes, I will put you on the list, Debbie. Debbie is on the list. Very good. And then, Feria, what energy do I need to embody in order to find the relationship I want? And then Feria is back on the list. And Feria says, that's exactly how life feels right now. Rafflemau emoji. Worthy of a 15 card spread reading. You know what? Yeah, that's valid. That is totally valid. And Debbie says, the energy you put out there should attract the same vibe, or it's not a good match. Say this with confidence. Been there, done that. Praise hands. And Preston says, hello. And Preston says, hello, everyone. Canadian flag, yellow heart, and American. Cool. So Canada loves America. Thank you, Canada. Feria says at Debbie, I kind of see what you mean, but not 100%. And Feria says, do I need to become the man I want to attract essentially? Or be the girl he would want to be with? That's a very good question. I will come back to that. Like, you have two very good questions. And Margaret says, will my neighbor take Paul's clothes I put outside the door? Put Margaret on the list. Okay. And Feria says, that makes a lot of sense. I'm thinking about switching countries. Do you see the process being painful and forcing me to live modestly? What way will lead me to move abroad successfully? Studies, or will I be able to find a job directly? Besides my most recent events, is something unpleasant about to happen that I'm still not aware of? That's a very good question. I will get to them all. Okay. Let's do this progressively. Debbie's on the list first, so we're going to take care of Debbie's question. I need another board, so I will be right back. And these boards really help me situate my thoughts. So I'll be right back. Alrighty. I have the second board. I love these boards. They're just the best. Whew, Debbie's question though. Debbie. Debbie, Debbie. I will find Debbie. There she is. Okay, so for Debbie's, can you please pull a card and tell me what the universe has to say about the rest of June? So, the rest of June for Debbie. Let's pick a deck. Let's pick a very fine deck for Debbie. Let's pick a very fine deck for Debbie. Oh, yes. So which deck wants to answer Debbie's question? That's the 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It is Moonology. Moonology. Do-do-do-do. 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 So this poll is going to be for Debbie for the rest of June. And we've still got, what, how many days? 20. I think we got at least 20 more days of June. Let's see. And this is a good deck for that. It's the Moon Tarot. It's a very good deck for that. Because the moon goes in cycles. Ooh, not that one. When the cards break like that, it just means I gotta shuffle it more. That's all. Ooh, that was a good shuffle. I don't need to shuffle no more after that. So for Debbie and the rest of her June, 'tis the waning moon. The waning moon. Put that here. So what do you need to release? The waning moon. 100. I am gonna have to put this back. I have to put the board back. One moment, please. I have to put everything back in frame. Here we go. There we go. I know the world just moved a bit, but it's okay. It's okay. Everything is more-ish back in order. There we go. Put this here. So what do you need to release, Debbie? Number 100. I'm going to take a drink before I read all this. Because it's a lot for 20 days. Well, 19 days. Ah, tasty. The waning moon points to what is falling away. Life goes in cycles, and sometimes we need downtime or to let go. No matter when the moon cycle you pull this card, it's a sign that a situation has peaked, for better or worse, and it's time for you to go easier. It's the autumn and winter of the cycle. So what do you need to release? Almost certainly something from the situation you're asking about. This card can be very positive, but it can still be gently suggesting that you let something go and stop trying so hard. Attuned to the moon. It is safe to let go and move on. Additional meanings for this card. Move forward with as little resistance as possible. This is not the time to start new projects. Release emotional baggage. Releasing emotional baggage is recommended now. Say sorry to someone. Do energetic work such as meditation or yoga. Soon you will see what lies ahead. And the teaching of this card is, at the time of the waning cycle, take a moment to look up in the skies every night. You will see the moon glowing smaller and smaller as she moves from the full moon to new again. It's time when things are falling away. It's certainly not the time to cling on to anyone or anything. Drawing this card suggests your situation is in its autumn and winter phase. So hunker down and start the regeneration process. So you're going to have to let go of some things. So the rest of June, you're going to have to start letting go of stuff, do some meditation, do the energy work, take care of yourself. Alright, so that is for Debbie. I hope that helps you out, Debbie. Put that back. Got Debbie. Put this back in the box. Back in the box. Okay, and then we have Feria. You have many, many questions I saw. Let's get to them all. Let's see. Okay, what energy does Feria need to embody in order to find the relationship they want? Okay, which deck wants to answer that question? Okay, number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, you get my new tarot card deck. Every little thing you do is magic. Okay, put this back here. Let's see, what energy does Feria need to embody in order to find the relationship they want? So what energy? This pen. There. What energy? To find the relationship that Feria wants. Let me see. Okay, so these are related questions. I will add them to the board. And do I need to become the man I want to attract, essentially? Or be the girl he would want to be with. Okay, these are all kind of linked questions, so I'm going to do these as a batch. Okay, it's not a bug, it's a fuzz. It's a fuzz. I swatted at something. I don't know if the camera picked that up. So, these are yes-no questions, and then this is about the energy. Oh, I love how this deck shuffles. It's a beautiful deck. Ah. Okay, so first, what is the energy that Freya needs in order to find a relationship that she wants? Okay. Okay, that is an energy. That's an energy. That's the tower. Holy shnikes, Feria. You have a very interesting life. And no to becoming the man that you want to find, and yes to being the girl that he would want to be with. So there's a lot here to unpack. Let's get to that. Oh golly. So wow. So again, the tower in Feria's readings are coming up. I mean, so something is going to essentially explode. So you're going to... What energy do I need to embody in order to find the relationship I want? So Feria, you're going to have to explode. It's okay to be a mess and on fire, and you're still gonna find the relationship you want. In fact, that's gonna draw the man that's gonna help you out. Is it weird that I get the sense that the man that is going to come... The man is going to come because you need the situation, you need help with the situation. You're not going to get through this without help. You're going to need help, so you're going to need to be on fire to find the relationship that you're looking for. Not literally on fire, but things are going to crumble. And you being unstable is going to allow the people who can stabilize you to come in and stabilize you. So that's the energy you need to embody. So don't worry about being perfect. Absolutely don't worry about it. Be the mess you really are inside. It's okay. It's okay to not be perfect and then find the person that you're looking for. Okay, and then the second one was yes/no question. So it's a no. You do not need to be the man that you want to attract. And this is the Six of Wands. And the Six of Wands is a victory over the Five of Wands, which is a conflict. Oh, so this is like this one, this is the skills. This card understands your question because this is the skills that has brought this pig to victory, because pigs dig up truffles and mushrooms. So this pig is in victory over the mushrooms, essentially. Like, this pig has skills in getting mushrooms, and it understands that you might feel like you need the skills to get the man, but that's actually the opposite. You don't need to become the man to find the man. That's just not what you need. You actually need to not be the man to get the man. You need to be a little bit helpless, because otherwise, what is the man going to do when he gets there? Nothing. You want a man to actually come in and be able to fulfill the areas that you need. Okay, and then a yes to being the girl that he would want to be with, which is the Ace of Swords, which, interestingly enough, is the first time in a while that I've seen the swords, except for that one 15 card spread where you were tied up and bound by those thoughts. So this is a new line of thinking for you, because you're going to have to do a lot less than you think you're going to have to, because you're gonna need to actually have someone help you. I think this is a new concept for you, that you're going to have to go, wait, I don't need to do that much. I need to just let someone help me. And I think that's a little ungrounding for you, because this is new thoughts. These are new thoughts. So you're going to have to be the girl that he would want to be with. He wants to help you. You have to let him. I think this is a brand new thought and concept. And that is what the cards say for this line of thinking. Very good. I hope that helps you out in that area. I'm going to put these cards back, and then we're going to... I think we had a Margaret question between then. Booking first. Then you go here. There we go. I'm gonna have a drink break, and then I'll get to more questions. Okay. Okay, then we have a small break, and then I see Margaret's question. Will Margaret's neighbors take Paul's clothes that she put outside the door? Let's find out. Okay, which deck wants to handle Margaret's question? It's number 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which is the Robin Wood Tarot. Alrighty. Here. Here. Very good. So, yes, no, will Margaret's neighbors take Paul's clothes that she put outside the door? That's a good show. Will Margaret's neighbors take those clothes? Yes. Yes, they will take those clothes, and we're going to look more into the card. The Two of Swords. And this is a decision card, but also it is a card of pulling inside to reflect upon decisions and protecting yourself. So you have decisions to make with your thoughts. And ultimately, the decision is going to be that the neighbor takes the clothes. At night, I might add. So that is what the cards say. You're going to take the clothes at night. Very good. Hope that helps you out, Margaret. And then I saw a big bunch of Freya's questions that we're going to get to in a moment. Boop. There we go. So I got Margaret's question. Let's see here. That makes a lot of sense. I'm thinking about switching countries. Do you see the process being painful and forcing me to live modestly? Okay, so subject is switching countries. Will the process be painful? Will you have to live modestly? In what way will lead me to move abroad successfully? Okay, and then okay, what will lead me to move abroad successfully? Studies, or will I be able to find a job directly? Besides my most recent events, is something unpleasant about to happen that I'm still not aware of? Alright. Something says that I should handle this a little separately because the subject is that you're thinking about switching countries. So let's find a deck for this one. We'll do it in batches. Okay, so switching country. Which deck wants to handle this? Number 4. For the octopus deck. Very good. There we go. Okay, so I feel like this in itself is its own category. Switching countries, you're thinking about it. You're thinking about switching countries. Is it going to be painful? And are you going to have to live modestly? So I want to see what the cards have to say about you switching countries. Okay, so switching countries, we have the Three of Wands. And then, is it going to be painful? Wheel of Fortune, which is a yes. And live modestly, no. The Fool. So, wow. I'm going to put these down. We're going to look into these cards. So, for switching countries, it is the Three of Wands. And the Three of Wands is a job. I remember distinctly that every time I get the no, it's not the Three of Wands, that's the Three of Coins. The Three of Wands was using the magic of the wands, the action, for community. So this is a passion project with other people. Okay. So wands is action and fire and magic. So this is coming together with other people. Because 3 is a community card. Like you deal with more people with 3 numbers. And it's coming together as I want to say it's a collaboration with a passion project with other people. And you have a lot going on in your brain too. Just a lot of pieces coming together. So working with others to get this thing out of your head and taking action on it. Okay, and then is it going to be painful? Yes, it's going to be painful, and it's the Wheel of Fortune for switching countries. And the Wheel of Fortune has a lot to do with fate and karmic action. And it is a major arcana. So, in fact, both of these are major arcana. This whole thing is a major arcana. But this is lined up by the fates. It is going to be painful. I'm looking into the card now because there's spirals, infinity sign. Like, I don't see a physical pain here. It's more of an upheaval of everything you know to follow a passion. And it's gonna be painful. Like, because you're going to be going through a lot of things that are new. So, it's going to be painful in the sense that you've built up a lot of things, and this is just going to be a new thing that you're struggling with. So yeah, it's going to be painful. Is it going to force you to live modestly? And the answer is no. And the card is the Fool. And the Fool is going on their journey. And everything is a new possibility. So you're not going to have to live modestly. You're going to be able to live off of all the things that have come before it. But you're ready for the journey. You are ready for this journey. So go on your journey to fulfill your passion, even though it might be painful. Okay, I hope that helps you out with that batch of questions. And I'm going to have a drink and then get to the next batch of questions. Alright, and I am quickly looking at chat. I see Margaret is back on the board. And I do see you, Preston. Yes, you can ask something. You are always welcome to ask something, Preston. Let's see. The next batch of Feria questions was, what way will lead Feria to move abroadly successfully? So, moving abroad successfully. Moving abroad. I'm not going to spell this right. Abroad. There we go. There's an O in there. Abroad successfully. There we go. I mute. Studies. Or finding a job directly. Okay. And besides my most recent events, is something unpleasant about to happen that I'm still not aware of. Alright, so we're going to take care of this batch of questions. Because I feel like this is also related to the previous batch where you were thinking about moving countries. And you're going to have to come together with other people with a passion project. So which deck wants to handle this? The Joker. Which doesn't help me out because I have not assigned the Joker to anything yet. So how about the 3 of Hufflepuff? So 1, 2, 3. It's going to be the Prison deck. I have to still assign something to the Jokers, but I haven't yet. Okay, put that there. And then moving abroad successfully. Ooh, just such nice shuffles. I can't say no to that. Alright, so moving abroad successfully. What do the cards have to say about that? Ooh, we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is illumination in this deck. And are you going to do it by studies? No. Or job? No. So, moving abroad successfully is going to be part of the karmic fates. All the action that has been taken before now is accumulating. And I always have to say, with this card in particular, these fates are just layers and layers and layers of events and action and swirling together in one massive bowl. So it's a lot. It is a lot. Now, both of these are no. But may I say, you have been pulling so many major arcana because this is the Lovers and Justice. So is it studies? No. Is it a job? No. But we're going to look into these and try to find more details. So the studies is the Lovers, and the Lovers is not only about love, it's also about making choices. So you're looking at all these choices, but none of these feel right. And that is correct because no, you're not supposed to move abroad for studies. And also, justice is a very logical move. But again, it had said no, because a job might seem logical and black and white, like you move abroad and you just do it for a job, and the answer is no. And there is not, these are just not the reasons to move abroad successfully. I think this goes back to the previous batch reading where it was that switching countries should be done with passion. And I don't see passion in a job, and there might be some passion with studies, but you're not finding it there either. You're going to have to find something personal that is going to have this move be successful. Alright, so I hope that helps you out with that one. And then I did see the other question, and I felt like that one was a different subject of its own. So we're going to get to that one. Put these back. And besides my most recent events, is something unpleasant about to happen that I am still not aware of. So is something unpleasant. And you know what? I'm just gonna let the cards answer that. Let's just ask the cards. What's gonna happen? Is something unpleasant about to happen that Feria is still not aware of? It's easier to just ask the cards. We're gonna go with Ace, the cat tarot. Put these here. And this is a yes or no question. So we turn. It's a very good show. We're keeping that one. Alright, so something unpleasant still out there. Is something unpleasant about to happen that I am still not aware of? The answer is yes, and it's the devil. Alright, so very clear, yes, it's a devil. The devil is in these details, quite literally. Alright, so we're going to look into the card for more details. Again, another major arcana for Feria. The devil is temptations, and for this one, it is a cute face. It's obviously a cute face. It's a dog. So someone who is just so wholesome and innocent, and so you just melt every time this person comes by. But, really inside they are the devil. They're just, if they can only be a devil because they are so charismatic as a dog and so warm and loving. So they may not feel like the devil, but this little devil is going to cause something unpleasant to happen. And I don't know if I cannot look. You look at that face, you don't know if it's intentional or not. But whether or not they intend it, this little devil's gonna cause something unpleasant. So I hope that helps you out. Just be ready for something to be upheaved. Freya, that's all I gotta say. There's just someone behind it. I don't know if it's intentional. Well, if it's the devil, it's probably intentional. But yes, there's something. Just be aware. Alright, so clear that, and then I'm going to take another drink and catch up with chat because it's been a long time since I caught up with chat. I've had so many lovely readings to do for Feria. It was very nice. Alright, so let's see here. And then Margaret says, yes, I posted. Okay. So no, can I say I will never have to see Paul again? Alright. I do have Margaret on the board here. I see you, Margaret. I'm gonna get to you after I catch up on chat. Because Preston says, can you ask something? And I say, yes, Preston. You can always ask a question here. You go for it. And then Debbie says, sorry. Going up. Debbie says, sorry, I jumped off for a minute. And you are okay. You're forgiven. It's okay. I think a lot of people jumped off for a minute. It's alright. And Ruby says, any kind of information about my coming career. Alright, so hold on. We're going to make a transfer. Now I have two boards, so this is going to be easier. So I did a lot of Feria, and I know Margaret is on the board. So I'm going to add Ruby's new question. So Ruby. And Debbie said, I just heard a young lady ask if she would model a woman the man wants. I just heard a young lady ask if she would model a woman the man wants. Okay. Debbie says, heck no, do not do that. Find a man that you resonate with. That's fair. That's fair advice. That's definitely fair advice. But you can't make them do stuff. You can't make people do stuff. Okay, Preston says, is my Leo planning on coming to Canada to meet me? Very good question. I'll answer you, Preston, putting Preston on the board. And I'm erasing this board because I'm making a new list. There we go. So we got Margaret, Ruby, Preston, Feria. So what is the easiest way that will open the door for me to move abroad? Put Feria back on the board. And Feria, are you there? Debbie asked. And Feria says, yes, I'm here at Debbie. And Feria says, sorry if I don't answer fast. I am listening to the reading at the same time. Yes. So luckily, this will all be able to be played back at your leisure, Feria, because I know this is a lot. And Debbie says, Feria, ask yourself if want to go and go. Stop watching for the cards to say go. Remember, there's free will. And Debbie says, please don't search for a man. They will come to you. A empress never chases, they attract. And Feria says, no way, teary-eyed emoji. And Debbie says, be high vibration. Debbie says, be high vibration and watch. You will have your choice. Heart. And Debbie says, don't bend over backwards. Unconditional nothing. There's not much left to release. Just purge. And Margaret says, is Paul going to try to do something that I cannot see coming? And Feria says, you're right. Margaret says, Debbie says, Margaret, how can he when you know he might self-sabotage, not the bad way, but it won't be a surprise when he does hug. And Feria says, I need to work on my vibration and also how to not let other vibrations bring me down. That's the hardest one for me. And Debbie says, absolutely, because you're an empath. Google empath and it will explain. Also, do your birth chart for placements. You're not just your sun sign, zodiac sign. And Debbie says, be bold and brave. Write your chapters of life the way you want, not the way a man wants, Feria. Debbie also says, also do shadow work so you will be vibrating on high level. Google that too. And Debbie says, stay clear of toxic people who drain your energy. Alrighty. So I have caught up on chat and I have this list of people that I'm gonna get to. I'm gonna take a drink. And I'm gonna let everyone know that I've been streaming for almost an hour and a half and I only stream for 2 hours at a time. So I'm gonna see how long this list takes me to do, and then we'll cycle back on chat. I have drink. Drink good for me. Drink keep me able to keep talking. Okay. So I see Margaret here. I'm going to gather Margaret's questions and see what we got to work with. Okay, so Margaret says, so no, I can say I will never see Paul. So I I do see Margaret's thing here. I can't decide if it's the question or not. So now, can I say I will never have to see Paul again? I think that is a statement. So if that's not a statement and a question, please correct me, Margaret. I do see. Is Paul going to try to do something that I do not see coming? Is Paul going to try to do something that Margaret will not see coming? And I think there was another one somewhere. There's a lot of chat here to thrift through, so I thank you for your patience. There's a lot. Now I can see Paul again. Paul going to try to do something that I will not see coming. And then, so now I can say I will never see him. Okay, that's a statement. And Margaret says it is a question. Okay, so it's a question. It was a question. Good. I see it was a question. Thank you. I will go back and turn it into a question. Alright. Will Margaret have to see Paul again? I think that covers it. Good. Okay. So these two questions for Margaret. Which deck? Which deck wants to cover Margaret's questions? It is the 3, 1, 2, 3. It's the Prisma Visions. Is Paul going up again? Hold on. Is Paul going to try to do something that Margaret will not see coming? And will Margaret have to see Paul again? That was the question. Is Paul doing something unseen? And is Margaret going to have to see Paul again? Is Paul doing something unseen? And the answer is yes. Is Margaret going to have to see Paul again? Yes. Now, is Paul doing something? We're going to look into the cards. Is Paul doing something unseen? And the answer is yes. It is also a major arcana. So he's doing something major behind your back that you can't see what's going on. It is a it's a black and white action and then a consequence. He's going to be doing something in which he's going to get the consequence for. So, because it is the snake biting the hand, but also the hand cutting the snake. So, these two actions just are reacting to one another. This is going to it's going to come around. And then, yes, you're going to have to see Paul again. And he's just part of your social circle. He's part, because this is the Three of Cups, is very emotional, and the Three of Chalices is a social circle of the people that you're emotionally connected to. And Paul falls within that circle, whether you like it or not. So, yes and yes. Hope that helps you out, Margaret. Put these here, did Margaret. So we're going to get to Ruby next. Boop. There. This board and get to Ruby. Where was Ruby? Ruby. Hi, Ruby. And Ruby wanted information about your upcoming career. Let's ask the decks. Which deck would like to answer Ruby's question? Upcoming career. Ruby's upcoming career. Which deck? It is the Queen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Getting into the vortex. Come on out. There we go. And this is the information card. It's going back in the box. It's not the information we need. Don't look, it's very shy. So the upcoming career for Ruby. Let's see what the cards have to say about Ruby's upcoming career. What are in the cards for Debbie? What's in the cards for Debbie? That was a good one. Okay, so yeah. For Ruby, my relationship will change when my vibration changes. You are living in the time when fewer people will attempt the impossible task of pushing the unwanted far enough away that they will be left with only that which is wanted. It is the time when more people will come to the realization that what they have been seeking is not a change in the behavior of others or in the world outside of them, over which they have no control, but instead an understanding of their own vibrational relationship with Source, over which they have complete control. So your upcoming career is going to have to deal with the relationships of other people, strangely enough. So, working with other people in a career. And if this is a change of behavior, it might have to do with something psychological, something spiritual. So, for your upcoming career, just look to work with people who are having trouble. I feel the words. I do. Because it's a career that has to work with people and their relationships. A career in helping people. I know it's a career in helping people. And there's an answer here. I'm looking for it. Because it's a career in helping people. Letting go of control. A career with people about letting go of control about what they cannot control. I hope that makes sense to you, Ruby, because that is what the card is telling me. Alright, I hope that helps you out. I noticed you. That's just my phone. Okay, I'm gonna put this one back. So that was for Ruby. And then Preston. Let's see what Preston has. Preston! It's Preston's question. It's Preston's question. Is Preston's Leo planning on coming to Canada to meet Preston? Is Preston's Leo planning to go to Canada? Which deck? Which deck wants to help out Preston? Oh, you need a question mark. Boop. There we go. Okay, which deck? Number 5. Number 5 for Preston. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is the Supernatural deck. Okay, there we go. Is Leo planning? Is Preston's Leo planning on going to Canada to meet Preston? This is a yes/no question. So is Leo planning on going to meet Preston in Canada? And the answer is no. I'm sorry, Preston. Now we're going to look into this card for more details. So, is Leo planning on meeting Preston in Florida? The answer is no. And the card itself is the Page of Pentagrams. Yeah. And I remember these characters from the show. These two characters are a couple of paranormal researchers, and they go place to place looking for paranormal things. This is the Page of Pentagrams, and the pages of pentagrams often are young and moving and often carry messages. But this is also about coins. So if this is a new manifest, because it's wealth, health, and earth. So it's a youth starting out on the journey of coins, but they're not going to Canada. They're not planning on going to Canada to meet Preston. Oh, okay. So, since it's the youth, it might be a money holdup that is not allowing them to go to Canada. Like there's some issue that's not allowing them in the plans to go to Canada. And I think that might need to be resolved if things are going to carry forward. So I hope that helps you out, Preston. Okay, gonna put this back. Okay, did Preston's, and then I saw Feria was back on the board. So I'm gonna drink a victory. Tea. And then Feria's next question was, so what is the easiest way that will open the door for Feria to go abroad? It's a very good question. I'm going to ask the cards. And it's open to all of the decks. The easiest way to go abroad. The easiest way to go abroad. Which deck wants to handle that? Number 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Which is Trust Your Vibes. Again, this is for Feria. Trust your vibes. Trust your vibes. The easiest way to go abroad. Ooh, that was a very nice one. I can't argue with that shuffle. It was just too lovely. The easiest way to go abroad. Take your time. Number 43. Here we go. 43. Go look at the lovely card. So the easiest way to go abroad is to take your time. Slow down and take your time. There's no rush right now to make decisions. You can't feel your vibes, let alone trust them, if you're overbooked, juggling too many things at one time, constantly playing catch up, or racing around like crazy. Being that hurried will not only dim your awareness to nothing more than a swirling gray fog of confusion, but you'll also miss the subtle intuitive guidance of your soul. The place you're keeping is caused by fear that there isn't enough time left. So cool it. When it comes to the soul, there is enough for everyone and everything, including time. You're being guided to allow time to work in your favor. So assume a more leisurely rhythm and trust and actually stretch time. The elements necessary for your success aren't fully present yet, but they're coming together behind the scenes. Wait a little longer until they become more evident. You'll be glad that you did. Trust your vibes to wait patiently for the right moment to make decision. And don't let anyone pressure you to do otherwise. So what's the easiest way to go abroad? Take your time. Relax. Take your time and everything is going to pan out. Just wait for the answers to come. They're going to be obvious. But you need to take your time and look at your resources. They're there. You just need to relax, look at what you got, and then make those decisions. It actually circles back to that 15 card spread. So don't worry, take your time. You are juggling a lot, but you're going to be able to do it. You have them. You just need to pull them together, and you're just going to have to take your time and look at it. And that's from your perspective. I can't do that for you. But you have the resources, and you can make this happen. Believe in yourself. And take your time. Alright, very good. So, I've completed the board. I'm going to take a drink and look back at chat and catch up on chat. I only have 7 minutes left, and then I hit my 2-hour mark, in which I have to stop because, keeping myself mentally healthy is very important. Okay. So let's see what chat has to say. Okay. And Debbie says, I took it as you know he's going to surprise you with something. And Debbie says, exactly 100% be you. And Margaret says, it's a question. Yes. Ruby says, hey, V, you got me, or yet? Thank you, dear. You're very welcome, Ruby. I hope it helped you out. Okay, very good. We are caught up. Yay! We're caught up with 5 minutes to spare. I think that's perfect timing. Oh, that's a lot. That was good. I hope that helped out everyone. I hope it was a lot of stuff for Feria tonight, so I hope it really helped you out, Feria. And since we have like 5 minutes left and there are no more questions, I'm going to pull a deck to read some oracles before I leave. Dude. Put these away for the moment. No. Stop falling through, my darling. I will. There we go. There we go. And I want money in the law of attraction to be our closing oracle. We put away the information card. Don't look. It's shy. It's not the information we need. It's just the information card. Alright. I'm gonna fill the last 4 minutes with some oracle cards. Okay, so it comes not by magic, but by universal law. Start telling a better feeling story about the things that are important to you. Do not write your story like a factual documentary, weighing all the pros and cons of your experience, but instead tell the uplifting, fanciful, magical story of the wonder of your own life, and watch what happens. It will feel like magic as your life begins to transform right before your eyes. But it is not by magic, it is by the power of the laws of attraction and your deliberate alignment with those laws. So it comes by not magic, but by universal law. Tell that new story. Okay. And my life story in the law of attraction. Each and every component that makes up your life experience is drawn to you by the power of law of attraction's response to the thoughts you think and the story you tell about your life, your money and financial assets, your body's state of willingness, clarity, flexibility, size, and shape, your work environment and how you are treated, work satisfaction and rewards. Indeed, the very happiness of your life existence in general is all happening because of the story that you tell. So again, tell that story you want. My attention to it invites it, the essence of it. Anything you are giving your attention to is an invitation to the essential, the essence of it, saying, I want money, but it will not come, is the same as saying, come to me absent of money, which I do not want. When you are thinking of money in the way that will make it come to you, you always feel good. When you are thinking of money in the way that it keeps coming from you, you will always feel bad. That is how you know the difference. Okay, and whatever I desire, I can acquire. The eternal law of the universe, the eternal laws of the universe steadily hold the promise of expansion and joy. Understanding the laws will reawaken within you the knowledge of your purpose and your own personal power as you remember how to access the power of the universe that creates worlds. If this time-space reality has with it the ability to inspire a desire within you, it is absolute that this time-space reality has the ability to yield you a full and satisfying manifestation of that same desire. It is a law. Again, whatever you desire, you can acquire. Oh, and I do see Preston has said, "Thank you, amazing, beautiful, spot on." Awesome. I'm glad that works out for you. And now I have hit the 2-hour mark and I'm done for the night. So I want to thank everyone for being here tonight. It was an amazing night. I hope everyone was helped out by the readings. I'm going to put this deck away and I'm going to say good night. Thank you again. I love you. Good night. I will be back in 22 hours at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'll see you back here in 22 hours. Bye, everyone. Good night.